Awesome, awesome. And so when we talk, let's talk about the R&D one first, the research and development. What qualifies as research and development expenditure that you can then get some incentive back for it?
Certainly. Firstly, we need to prove the innovation. So we need to have that scientific bent. We need to prove that trial and error, that testing. We work with a hypothesis, and we need to prove or disprove that hypothesis. So it's unknown information. Right. So certainly the internet can provide so much information on how to bake a pie, how to change a tyre, whatever may be. But if you are going beyond that, or if you can't find the information you need to prove or disprove your hypothesis in your business, then that is where that R&D can kick in. And it's related to product as well as service. A lot of people think, well, I'm not producing. Yeah, a lot of people think I'm not producing an actual physical product, but they have a service. So the processes and the steps in identifying what can be done, what can't be done, trying to find out and understand things that you don't know before you actually then prove or disprove that they can work or can't work. So if that's the kind of thing you are doing, if you're innovation, you're developing something, you're reformulating something, then we can claim back things such as staff wages, percentage of, your contractors, travel, if you travel overseas to source raw ingredients or raw material. We then apportion your running costs of your business, so your rent, your overheads, such as your utilities, gas, electricity, phone bill, any contractors that assist you with any outside work or any outside testing, any prototypes, any samples. So there's quite a few things that we can actually pull together to get back, and you'll get back roughly 43.5% of your spend.
Wow,
yeah, so it's quite
a big chunk. I wasn't expecting that.
Absolutely. With that too, I must explain that 43.5% is relative to your profit or loss. So if you're in a big profit, that 43.5% will be uplifted against any tax payable. So you won't actually get a rebate. It will help you reduce any tax owing. But if you're in a loss, and a lot of small startup businesses are, if you're in a loss, that 43.5% will be handed back as a cash rebate. So it really is a wonderful, wonderful incentive. It's to help incentivize Australia to produce, and our mineral resources and our oil and that sort of things tend to dry it up. So it's like, what is Australia doing as a country to actually incentivize new development and new products and world firsts? So the government feels that they can assist in that respect. And then once that R&D is all done, you have that product or service ready, you then want to take it to the world. So we can then kick in with the export grant after that as well. Or they can run concurrently. If you're exporting while you're developing, that's fine as well.
And the export grant, is that more of like a kind of money to help get started, or to assist, or like what part of the life cycle of exporting does that kind of kick in?
Certainly, both these grants are retrospective, so you need to spend the money first,
right.
And then we claw it back. It's not given to you up front. It's your money if you've spent it. We work out how much you've spent on those eligible areas, and then we claw it back for you. With the export grant, once again, it's that your spend throughout that financial year on activities or situations to help you get your product or service to the world. So things like overseas travel, again, if you travel overseas to have meetings with people that you're hoping will buy your product from you, then you would get 50% back of that trip. Every day you're away, up to 21 days, you'll get $350 per day. It's like a per diem. If you engage anyone overseas for marketing assistance, so any social media, any bloggers, if you do any print media advertising, 50% of the cost to reach that overseas market is what you would get back. The export grant doesn't cover New Zealand or North Korea.
Okay.
So I don't know why they've put poor New Zealand and North Korea in the same bundle, but for different reasons. I think Australians believe that New Zealand's so close and was once part of us that we kind of have a different trade agreement with that country. So that's not eligible for export reimbursement, and then neither is North Korea.